Hello there, everyone. Good afternoon or good evening, good morning, wherever it is you are. It's Christy, and this is the first time I'm doing a Weeknight Winters. So hello, I can take off the muted sign now, all set. So I see Mithril is in the chat and Daxton as well. Hello to both of you, and thanks for joining me. I'll tell you a little bit about the history of this, and then we'll get into the music, because that's what I want this mostly to be about. But a little backstory is, for those of you who might not know it, I see Mithril's trying to not be a contrarian today in the chat. Back in December, I think it was, the channel No Life Shack, which is awesome, was doing a review of a Quadeca song, or maybe it was Screwface. I can't quite remember if it was Screw or No Life Shack. Anyway, one of the two channels did a review or introduced me to Quadeca, and that's how I got to learn about his music. And I think he's a really amazing YouTube rapper. I think there are some really talented people on YouTube who are rapping right now. And as a consequence, I kind of got more into the YouTube rap, not scene, I'm a consumer of their content. In March of this year, Quadeca brought out his latest album called Voice Memos, which you guys can see on the screen here. And at the time, like, it was only a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't listen to the album at the time because I had other things in my playlist that I was enjoying and thought that was fine. So I kind of put it off, but he did have a couple of videos on his channel from this, from his tracks. He did like music videos, and I saw both of those. So when I say I'm going to listen to it mostly for the first time, I've heard 2 tracks out of the 14. The other thing that you guys need to know when we start this is my plan is to listen to every song all the way through. What I read and what I've seen is that Quadeca doesn't use copyright. He's an independent artist, and I'm also using my premium Spotify account to listen to this. Rather, there's also some versions on YouTube, but I know for sure that the money will go back to Quadeca listening to it here. So we're going to listen to it. I will stop it from time to time because there should be some commentary. We're not just going to listen to the whole album in silence. And then I also, because I'm a middle-aged white woman, I also brought up his lyrics on Genius because he raps really fast sometimes, and also because he's 18 now. His cultural references sometimes miss me, so you know, I sometimes need to look at the words or click on something. The other thing I should say before we start this is the reason I'm doing this now is that last night I was going through YouTube and I saw, because I subscribed to Quadeca's channel, he had a reaction video up a while ago of people responding or reacting to this album. And it came up in my feed again, so I clicked on play, and it's almost 40 minutes, and he's talking not only about reacting to the people who are reacting to his album, but also some of the meanings behind the lyrics and his vision of the album, also his thought behind his use of a lot of different flows, apparently, I've heard, on this album. And I thought, I really want to hear it, but I don't, it's not that I don't want to do it alone, but I watched Kevin sort of doing his guilty pleasure watching Gore Corpse and relaxing, and when I saw that someone posted, you know, please, you can play the whole album because Quadeca is not going to slap you with a copyright suit, which I really hope is the case, I thought, hey, I'll just listen to the album live, and if people want to join in, they can join in. So what can I say about what Quadeca said on his channel and his video, which you should go and look at and watch? He said that he uses a lot of different flows because he that was something it was important to him to do on the album. It's not so much, someone else said to keep it interesting, but I think for him it was to show his abilities, that he has a lot of talent. So you'll hear a lot of change-ups in the songs. He also has a larger concept for the whole album. So it's, if you listen to it in order, apparently there's a bit of a story that comes through. And the last song, one of the reviewers said, hearing the last song changed his perception of all the songs that he'd just listened to. The other thing that, yeah, he mentioned that he's 18. So he spent like a year or so working on all these songs, and he really is a craftsman. So again, this is a real up-and-coming talent, I think. And I wanted to share this listening experience with you. So we're going to be listening to voice memos here. And just to check in, everyone, the sound seems okay. You guys are all good. I checked the sound on the Spotify stuff, so I know that that should be all right. But I'll check the chat to see if there's real inequality between my voice and Quadeca. It's not all rap songs. It sounds like there's a mix of, expect a lot of different musical influences. And I will dance. You should dance too if you really like a song. So let's get started. I've never done this before, so this should be a trip. All right, guys, here we go. Oh, sorry, that was what I was listening to before. I need to play this one. Oh, I hope Spotify doesn't get me for that, or YouTube. Sorry, the sound is coming out of the wrong speaker. This is weird. Let me just check this. This was working before. Try it again. This is weird. Oh, I know. I was, sorry guys, technical problem. Before I came on air, I was listening to Spotify on my Alexa, and as a consequence, she is connected. So I need to disconnect her. Do the desktop. Now this should work. All right. Now you guys can hear it too. All right. Are you impressed with how quickly at least I fixed that technical problem? Oh, that could have been bad. Let's start again. All right, here we go. Oh, and I also, like I said, I have the lyrics up, so I'll hit play and I'll try to follow along with the lyrics. If I'm dancing too much, I'm gonna dance, so.
I know I got an ego. Must be something in my brain. If I didn't, I'd probably go insane. I'm sorry I'm an asshole. That's just how the raps go. Sorry that I do this shit every day. What? Yeah, I'm on my ego death. I had to reassess. I had to resurrect. Yeah, hey, I just want to be the best, but I had to reassess. Is now I'm feeling less. Yeah, my songs are.
So yeah, just that's great. That reminds me a lot of what he did on Insecure, the KSI disc, where he came in with one style of music and then kind of got you in a mood and changed it up right away. So yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That was pretty cool. All right, sorry, I'm looking here. My mic's peaking a little bit, so take it back. All right, back to the song.
Pull it like yay, they think they controlling my fate, cut to the chart, know y'all not rappers, you just some ad-libs like, hey, I just put up, back in black, drop a hit, they react to that, now they see this and they acting mad, like I'm Kanye in a MAGA hat. I'm so alone, see I've always been one and only, even back when this gold chain was made out of macaroni. Now they always asking me what happened to the old me. I wish I could have told him goodbye, wish he had known me. Wish that I could tell you about how everyone would know you, and tell you that it's worth it despite everything they told you. Crying silent in your pillow saying, I wish I was homeschooled, too afraid to sing your songs because you thought that they will roast you.
Alright, so, I mean, he's 18, so he doesn't have a whole lot in his life to talk about in terms of experience. So the fact that he's reaching into his sort of insecurities and his own pains, pretty deep and honest, so respect that.
I don't know that one.
Alexa, volume 2. I had her volume up. At least if she's going to be talking back to me, she won't show up on the mic.
I was 9, friends told me I would go lose. Now it's time, I think I gotta show you. that's my mind. Say I don't care, but I so do. Having trouble walking up a mile in my own shoes. Never used to bet on me and now they like I owe you. Looking back at them like the fuck I do not know you. When I make a milli, motherfucker, I'ma show you what I had to go through. It feel like I'm supposed to. Ego, I don't need no other people in my trio. Myself, I am me though. We know we don't need no kilos. My watch, Frio, yeah. I'm on my ego death, but I let it breathe again. Yeah, I let it resurrect, yeah. I just wanna be the best, but I had to reassess. Is that why I'm feeling less? Yeah. On the way, all okay, only A, call away. Feeling like a god, I'm a Charlemagne. I really think they want my presence like a holiday, but I think I need to learn when I walk away. Man, I got so many problems, but I wanna stay. Without the knowledge and I often I've gone astray. First step is denial, but I'm over that. And I've accepted it already, but it holds me back, yeah. Back, yeah. Sorry, my words have been moving too fast, yeah. Fast, yeah. Maybe I don't wanna share it like that, yeah. That's facts, yeah. I need to stop checking all of the stats. Like that, like that, yeah. Hey. I'm on my ego death. I had to reassess. I had to resurrect, yeah. Hey, I just want to be the best, but I had to reassess. Is that why I'm feeling less?
Again, a lot of self-reflection, and also a level of emotional intelligence maturity. I think, you know, to bring in feminism and toxic masculinity, one of the side effects of toxic masculinity is that because men aren't encouraged to express emotions other than like through silence or anger, some men end up lacking a vocabulary to describe what they're feeling because it's not something they've been able to process and identify. So to hear someone being able to so articulate so accurately and clearly in a rhyme scheme these emotions and insecurities, again, pretty impressive. I'm going to get to the end of the song, guys, and then I'll look at the chat afterwards. So that's what I'll do. I'll like play the song, react myself, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. It's 40 minutes though. I don't want to go more than an hour and a half, so that's our goal for tonight, okay?
Yeah. I got 40,000 comments this week. At least 5,000 said that I should kill myself. I'm a freak, I'm too weak, I'm a leech, and all my music fucking sucks. I'm a geek, I'm everything they want me to be, and that's the problem with me. So when they say you got an ego, tell them thank the fucking Lord, cause if you didn't, you'd be suffering, you'd be stuck there on the floor with nothing more. At least I'm out here smiling in the quicksand. Take your head out of that pillow, one day you gon' be the big man. Yeah.
I stare into mirrors for hours until I can't recognize myself. A dissonant reflection, both the sober and a sobering hallucination.
All right, wow, guys. So, yeah, let me, I'm going to make the comments a little bit bigger here on my screen so I can see more of what you guys had to say. But, yeah, that ending in the bit about, you know, you put up your videos and people, well, you know, your comments and people are telling you to kill yourselves and that you're horrible. In some ways, you need an ego to be able to get through all this stuff. So, yeah, what do people got here to say? Now... I kind of want to see what someone with a golden macaroni chain necklace. When did I get into rap? I guess, well, you know, because, yeah, I also am a white person who grew up in like the late 80s and 90s when it really hit the mainstream. So I've always been aware of hip hop. And especially in some ways coming to Germany and living here apart from American culture, not being a part of it, to me, when I hear hip hop music, it sounds so American to me. Even more than pop, because pop is so universal at this point. It's almost indistinguishable sometimes where a country, you know, associating a country. But hip hop always feels like America. Right. Right. So, yeah, auto-tune, I agree. Some of the influence, as I talk about, that, you know, you see in Quadeca's music include the current fashion for auto-tune. But I think he uses it sparingly and for reason, so, or for effect. All right, so we're going to move on to the second song now, which is Imagination. And hopefully, I haven't checked the lyrics for every single link. Hopefully they are, yay, so far they're here. All right, let's go with Imagination. I just want to say, I forgot to say if I didn't on the last song, he took that song in so many places. I thought that was, you know, it wasn't just the same beat with a bridge and a chorus and all the rest. You know, he really made every part of it. I mean, there are parts that connected, obviously, and reflected each other, but it was very, you know, atypical that way.
When I was 8, yeah, I wanted a Wraith, yeah, but I had to hide in my imagination. Back in the day, I wanted a name, yeah, but I was too shy. I knew I'd never take it.
Can anyone name that tune? Because he did. This is a deliberate reference. So anyone in the chat gonna catch what song that is? If you can, you get pride points. So have a listen if you maybe hear it again.
I had a dream, yeah, that I got in my strings, yeah, and that it's just mine. I guess I really changed it. No Post Malone, but I did it on my own, and I was so high. They like congratulations. Back then I imagined it, now it's happening. Like what's happening? All odds were against me, like Croatia, and I'm racketish. Started off with a camera, cause nobody else saw the picture. Times my earnings by 13, get my bank account a bar mitzvah. Now they know that I'm back up and I'm on call. They been throwing shade, but I treat it like some dodgeball. They say I'm a trip, but you tripping, I do not fall. Always on the outside, always been an oddball. Now it looks like I'm the one who making all the shot calls. Now it's like they're looking up to me, but I'm not tall. Remember I would pull up to the mall, but I could not ball. Walking up to class, I knew I was in the wrong hall. When I was 8, yeah, wanted a rave, I had to hide in my imagination. Back in the day, yeah, I wanted a name, yeah, but I was too shy. I knew I had to take it.
Mithril is Hunt. Yep, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You got it. That was it. So
I had a dream, I got in my strings, yeah, and now this is mine. I guess I really changed it. No Post Malone, but I did it on my own, and now it's so high. They like congratulations, yeah. Big shit, I want big shit, yeah. Big rich, that's the business. Everybody been throwing up shots. If you diss in my spot, then you better get dismissed. I'm trying to kill this shit, I want you to witness, yeah. I want the people to listen, I want them to know that I'm capable, yeah. Some of them think that I'm up at the top and I'm still unavailable, yeah. Feel like I'm still just beginning, I can't get ahead of my wishes, yeah. I still imagine, still wish it happened bigger and better, like, yeah. I wanted a Wraith, yeah. I had to hide in my imagination. Back in the day, I wanted a name, yeah, but I was too shy. I knew I'd never take it. I had a dream, yeah. I got in my streams, yeah, and now it's just mine. I guess I really changed it. No Post Malone, but I did it on my own, and now it's so high. They're like congratulations.
I have to say that, I mean, that was a pleasant song. I think I like the first one a little bit better, but in about 15 years, people are gonna, it might not even take 15 years, but looking back, when Quadeca looks back, he's like, oh, that sounds so like 2019, that auto-tune, or 2015. It's gonna have a, I don't think it's gonna date well, auto-tune myself, but I know it is the current fashion. So yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Anyone else? All right. Okay, so people seem to be chatting about other things, not necessarily commenting on the songs. That's fine. You guys just do your thing. I'm gonna keep going on, and we're up to the next song, which I guess I should get the lyrics up for before I start it. Otherwise, I'll be panicked. A Dream I Can't Remember. Interlude. Okay. Let's see what that sounds like. Wow. Wow. By the way, Quadeca didn't mix the beats on all of the songs. I think he did some beats or changed or added to some beats, but he produced, that is, you know, he mixed, I should say, all of that. So what you just heard was actually mixed by him as well as him performing it. And yeah, this is so good.
I'm a murderer of memories, trying to turn life to a dream I can't remember. Trying to turn life Trying to turn my life into a dream that fades deep in the mist, till I don't know if it even exists. Personality been evenly split, I feel a deeper abyss that adds a constant gravity to my feelings of bliss. And the harder I run, that's the closer they get. They still following me up and over the steps, frozen and met with words that can't get over my chest. But this heart still beats despite how broken it gets. Yeah. Tell you how I feel all along. All the monsters in my dream, they were real all along. They were real. Despite everything you told me, they were real. Yeah, yeah. Nowhere left to run. Looking in your eyes like the sun.
It's a great falsetto.
Wondering if you're gonna be the one. Wondering if you're gonna be the one. The one. Yeah. I'm a murderer of memories. Trying to turn life to a dream I can't remember, please. Trying to turn life to a dream I can't remember. But I hope they don't forget me.
Well, wow. That was, yeah, it took a very different energy. It was actually consistent, pretty consistent, except for the, you know, big moments in the song. I felt like the first one was better than the second one. You know, he's 18, so I think also as he sort of grows up and matures a little more, his voice is, I'm going to maybe change a bit more. Because there's still, sometimes I can hear still a little boy in there, which maybe is part of the story too, you know, that transitional part in life. But I thought that was haunting, really nice. And also I'm realizing I don't actually have to pause it. It's not like a video with Kevin. You know, when a video with Kevin, I have to pause it. I can actually talk over this a little bit. So if I have some just short comments, I might do some reactions in the moment. If I feel like I need to stop, then I'll stop it. Other thing, I know some people don't like auto-tune in the chat. I get it. The lyrics are nice though. Now this song is a big mood. Yeah, yeah. Rap crosses the gamut of as all music does. Yes, you know, especially as it becomes a global phenomenon. People have looked at the structure and then looked at how their culture can work into that structure. So yeah, it's cool. All right, next thing. I'm sorry. Thank you. Next, Sad Frosty. So this got a.
Who put this thing together? Quadeca and Frosty like what? Bitch.
All right, this seems a little bit more aggressive.
None of my shit fucking match. I'm still the best dressed. Who just fucked my bitch? Take your best guess. Bitch, I wake up fresh, I do not get dressed. My bitch is evangelical Christian. She like, heck yes. Okay, saying no way like you Jose. I've been killing shit like OJ. Canceling school when I go iced out, it's a snow day. Okay, we going up. When they see the check I'm getting, they be throwing up. Bitch type Q in a motherfucking Google, and I really be the first thing that be showing up. I've been like, thank you, next. I hit that bitch with a.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's not a lot there. It's a really open space for him to work with. There's not a lot of songs or other stuff going around it, and so he's working in a very, I think, open musical space, which is interesting.
Thank you, text. Who been on the shit? Better take your guess. When I'm out in Palo Alto, let it Grateful Dead. Call me Kodak. I'm a suburban dude. They call you what? We never heard of you. No.
I tell her thank you next. Color Quadeca shoot baby text. Ride with the chopper, I hit with the blade. All of my shows look like a parade. What? Yeah. Why they goofy? They be talking that shit. 100 bands, got it all on my hip. I fuck on that bitch in the back of the wheel. Yeah. Hey. Oprah all on my dick, but you knew that. Feel like Shep West, like how that boy do that. 20 racks in the strip club, I just do that, huh? What? Hit for 20 in Japan. Shorty, she knew I'm the man. Running the
This is like really typical hip hop. It's all about women, cars, and money.
Thinking, what would Jesus do? And I just fucked that bitch on my sandals. Your favorite rapper got canceled. I just spent $3,000 to clear up a sample. Just an example. 100 mil on my channel. They all like that is substantial. Too much to handle, huh? When I talk shit, it's a scandal, huh? I do not rap, I just ramble. Rolling your blood like some Campbells. They all say that I'm a handful. Everybody belittle me, but I get hits like I'm playing in Little League. So fuck an industry plant. I'll plant myself in the industry. In my own shoes, I ain't giving no suit. On the regular. tryna get ahead of ya. Yeah. I don't
This is like a completely different place now.
I don't wanna let you go.
It's like boy band stuff.
I just wanna be for you. I do everything I think you need me to. I don't wanna let you go. Let you go. Go. None of my shit fucking match. I'm still the best dressed. Huh? Take your best guess. Yeah.
Alright, so obviously that was a big change in terms of like even the content and the music itself, and I know that, like I said, that there's an arc. So the first few songs were very introspective and about vulnerability and wanting to be the best, putting yourself out there. I kind of also know a little bit the story, so this is my read of it. And this is such a shock. It's so different in terms of what is being the content of it. Looking at the lyrics, you get back to the sort of misogyny and the typical use of, you know, value systems. And so it seems to me like that's the rap world. And also at the end, that whole boy band thing that they do, that's also the kind of pop music world that they're meant to represent, and you know, that is out there. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it was just such a change from the earlier songs. So that was sort of my read. Oh, all right, let's get to the next set of lyrics. I don't know if you guys are looking at the lyrics too. I know it definitely helps me. Definitely helps me. So I'm gonna do it with no embarrassment whatsoever. I'd rather do this than miss lyrics. Okay. Red dot. Oh no, I'm sorry. The man on my left shoulder.
Why do you hide away? Why do you hide away? Feeling like there's no room left for me. Feeling like there's nothing left. And there's nothing more.
Used to give a fuck, that was just an old phase. You and me were close, now you further than the old days. Sometimes I wonder why I'm headed towards a cold place. They like, let me fix you, I don't fuck with Coldplay. Yeah, wish I could forget, I cannot forgive, yeah. Every step, I gotta relive, yeah. Take a breath, feel it in my ribs, yeah. Let my voice fade into I've been talking to the man sitting on my left shoulder. He said everything just gets worse when you're older. I just put up to the function, can't even function. No, nothing, I don't know nothing. I'm not one of you, I said I'm not. I only fuck with you because I want a spot. Now that's what I got, but with it went the plot. I checked the big picture, now that shit is getting cropped. Yeah, I've been feeling what I want is something less. Feel like a sellout that ain't made a fucking cent. Guess I should've up and left, but I always told myself that I'm one of the good guys. Well, maybe that's a good lie. Yeah, everything looking like ashes. I don't want a car, I imagine it crashes. The man on my shoulder, he told me what happens. The glasses have empty, it actually shatters. He told me don't look in the mirror without me. He said the world would be clearer without me. The man on my shoulder, I think I believe him. I really don't want him, I think that I need him. I've been talking to the man sitting on my left shoulder. He said everything just gets worse when you're older. I just pulled up to the function, can't even function. No, nothing, I don't know nothing.
So yeah, it's definitely about like self-doubt and negativity in your own mind.
I get too happy for money, don't wanna bag me for money. I put them hundreds all over my face, now I got acne for money. I got it all in my bank, I treat that shit like it's nothing. I treat that shit like it's nothing. I turn that nothing to something. I put in bands on my face, that won't make a man go away. She put her hands on my waist, but he's still standing in place. Yeah, I wish I had more voices in my head to counteract you. I think that's why I have to sing about you. Yeah, you should give a fuck, that was just an old phase. You and me were close, now you further than the old days. Sometimes I wonder why I'm headed towards a cold place. They like,
High
let me
fit in
fix
the
you,
pen.
I don't fuck with Coldplay. Hey, wish I could forget, I cannot forgive, yeah. Every step I gotta relive, yeah. Take a breath, feel it in my ribs, yeah. Let my voice fit into I've been talking to the man sitting on my left shoulder. He said everything just gets worse when you're older. I put up to the function, you can't even function. No, nothing, I don't know nothing.
Definitely a song about depression. Maybe not clinical depression, but just, you know.
I had a foot out the door and the other one sunk
Hello.
on the floor.
Where are we now? When did we go into a jazz bar?
Out of the store. I wonder who I'm doing this for. I was zoning out of my class. I love her, but I wish that she asked. Made too many shitty songs in the past. I hope my first impression wasn't the last. I hope there's plenty more, I hope this isn't the last. But if it is, do me a favor and make sure that it lasts. It lasts forever, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have regrets. Even from when they thought my life forgot to matter less. I started looking in the mirror for my eyes and not my hair. Realized I'll be alone, it do not matter if you're there. I still feel it, I still talk to the man on my shoulder. No matter whose hand's on my shoulder, I'm the man in the corner. I know the answer, but I can't seem to fill in the bubble. I think I need to get out of mine. I like to think about what life will be like down the line. But that's misleading, cause a line is infinite and not about to die at any minute. I think I love her, but I'll never tell, I won't admit it. And that's my problem, I won't solve them, I won't go the distance. I'll just regress into a mess, and so I hope you listen. I hope you notice I'm my lowest, hope you know the difference. I said let's never speak again, maybe I spoke too soon. Cause now these words been feeling broken, they got no more room. They get consumed by their own dust and leave a hopeless tomb. What do? Ain't got no closure for this open wound. Ain't got no closure, but the man on my shoulder, yeah.
Alright, so we're right back down with that one. I got another personal journey. And I was just thinking while I was getting to the end of this, how many words has he already spoken in 6 songs? If you think about how lyrically dense any one rap song is, and then you multiply that by 13 songs, it's a huge amount of work. An absolutely, you know, amazing amount of work, and to have that focus and dedication at that age. I think any of these guys who are doing their YouTube rap scene, who spend the time on their art and then put it out and do music videos, it's just, you know, weeks of your life, I'm sure. All right, Red Dot. We are up to Red Dot, number 6. Here we go. I'm hoping for some dance songs here pretty soon.
Yeah, think they gonna use me, but they got it to choose me, yeah. That's how I feel sometimes, so they all wanna lose me. So my life is a highlight reel, so my life is a movie. Red dot on my forehead, put that all on the new me. Yeah, I'm too late, y'all taking shit too far. Had to drive back in the cab and the window, I was looking for a new car. Yeah, looking for a new life, looking at a new lunch. Looking for a new me, looking for a new band. Yeah, looking for a new bench. The red eye they kills me, the red eye they heals me. I think I need new friends. Look, that ain't around me, so that ain't the room me. I'm following new trends. The whatever, who said? The red eye they kills me, the red eye they heals me. Go get me a new lens.
Alright, so explanation on the red dot. You might have caught it with a reference to a lens, but this comes from Quadeca's reaction video to people reacting to his album. He mentioned that in rap there's a analogy of well, people use the idea of a red dot to make reference to, you know, as you do with when you're gonna, you know, use your verbal lyrics against people and shoot them down like a laser. But for him, he, of course, he's like, I didn't grow up like that. So, but he is on a YouTube channel, and so for him the red dot is the camera recording light going on, and that's how you get your validation, right, through YouTube, and it's also where you get all your criticisms. So the red dot, it kills me. The red dot, it heals me. come get me a new lens. So I didn't just make that up. I'm quoting the artist.
Y'all are too fake, like my mouth hurts. But if you're for real, then that's way worse. These days I do not believe in the real or the fake. If that's you, then that's you that I found first. Fuck all that justification, I'm done being patient. Like what the fuck, why are you coming and hating and telling on me like we up in the station? I swear they all want me stuck under the basement. I slipped in a quicksand, just trying to get up from the pavement. Failing at 13, just trying to get one for the ages. I'm up on a scaffold, just trying to get up on the stages. I feel like an asshole for trying to say fuck all the cages. But I was too late, taking shit too far. Yeah, had to drive back in the cab out the window. I was looking for a new car.
That was nice.
Looking for a new life, looking at a new lens, looking for a new me, looking for a new band. Yeah. I keep on double tapping and they love the rapping and they love the action and they love distractions. But we hate the comparison, parasitic, their critic, haters are my therapist.
Wow, flow change ups.
To be honest, I just wish I could connect more.
There's another one.
The phone to my Bluetooth, so how can I connect the youth through my YouTube? Red dot, they playing games at the Xbox. Price on my head with my head cost. Ice on my neck with my neck cost. Oh, so I gotta flex a lot, at least 7 times that a record stops. And if you make one mistake, they pull the trigger like I'd be better off. Yeah, I get too much shit I wanna get across. They don't wanna see me get my message off. They don't want that, but they want this. I am not the waiter at a restaurant. A lot on my plate, if that's the case. I better hit them with the extra sauce. Everybody's aiming at me, but I only shoot a shot when a boy finally get a shot. Put that red dot on my head, yeah. Just take a shot and I'm dead. Yeah, I can't be tied to the ledge. I might just fall off the edge. Ooh, every day you wanna play, I wanna make, you wanna take. I wanna give you my life, but you stuck in it for the mistakes. Yeah, red dot, camera better get that headshot. You dead wrong if you think that I could press pause. I'm like stop, they like nah, they like let's watch.
This is so good.
Camera aiming at my head. Pop.
All right, part 2.
Red dot. I just wanna be one of them.
And guys, listen to this with your headphones on.
Yeah, I've been here so long, 4 months on a song, just to throw the shit all away. Been like that all along, cause the expectations rise with the numbers, but it's still one, I'm the only one. Gets under my skin and tears my bones apart, no Napoleon. I press upload and unload, trying to tell a story that's untold. Getting down lows when I'm down low, trying to keep up the household. I'm 17, they like, how old? He's washed up, he's about old. Name a single rapper, he's outsold. It's a no from me like Cowboy. Better say cheese, better say please. Fuck that song, man, better make these. You been down, better take these. Better wake up, I'ma stay asleep. Used to wake up in a blissful existence. Now I wake up in the morning like I'm wishing I didn't. Oh.
Okay, that was interesting. Again, that there's a lot of points there about the use of, social media, not just YouTube, but social media, a lot of those references. So he definitely, he's speaking from a lot of his experiences and his knowledge. The next song up, Aha, I do actually know, and you can dance to this one. There hasn't been that many like dancey dance, kinds of songs yet, and this is definitely one of them. So let's get the lyrics up, and then we'll check out Aha. And I probably will jam a little bit more to this one.
You hear that? I'm just fucking laughing at this beat. I'm laughing at this beat. Yeah. Hey. I take this shit from the highest league. You can never be as high as me. No, I ain't never been to college, but I got that flow that come right out of Ivy League. She wasn't religious, but she came to kick it, and now she be telling me I believe. I got a vision, they catch a precision. I'm driven as far as the eyes can see. Okay, I'm independent, they can't fire me. That's why I stay fire, see. All of these rappers, they wanna be friends, but I treat them all like a rivalry. Shitting on you, can I please get some privacy? I'm killing you quietly. I overtake everybody who said that I wouldn't be shit. Like, ain't that some irony? Made 20 racks this January. Ice on my cream, that's Ben and Jerry's. Nobody liking the way that I work to say blood, sweat, and tears, that ain't sanitary. My music is planetary, your music is cemetery. Ayy, just take a look at the genes, guess it's hereditary. Ayy, yeah, back on my motherfucking shit. I got a lot of new drip, yeah. Just take a look at my fit. Look at at my feet, yeah.
You ride on my wave like a ship.
I live my life like a movie, you live your life like a clip. Yeah. Okay, literally and figuratively, I'm on. Listen to me, a picture with me, I charge. Ripping a beat, a million a week, I'm gone. Did a million tweets and then it repeats. So long. Did a lot, but I'm not even 21. I'm not anyone. Why do you vision want a battle? I already won. I ain't even medicated. My music is medicine. In the headlight, you looking like venison. Better
that's a nice rhyme.
This is too easy for me. Here, take my CD for free. Look at the TV, it's me. How we got 0 cosigns, but he going mainstream with his dreams. Sleeping on me like ZZZZ. Who's next up? Well, it's easy to see. They don't want to make a track featuring me, cause it sound like they're featured on me. Bitch, me.
Back on my motherfucking shit.
I got a lot of new drip, yeah. Just take a look at my feet, Look at my feet, yeah.
You ride on my wave like a ship.
I live my life like a movie, You live your life like a clip, I do not like haters. Come to your door like a white neighbor, I'll get it now.
That'll be $5.80.
No, I'll take the price later.
Okay.
I feel like a star and I'm going to war. Please give me a lightsaber. If it ain't blue,
then what?
Then it ain't the right paper. Yeah. I feel like a man with a heart of a murderer. Life is the road, so I cop a convertible. I am so versatile. You are so plain that shit terminal. I had to make my name searchable, bitch. They do not want it to work for the kid. Then when it work, they gon' work for the kid. Every move I'm on purpose with shit. That's my purpose. I'm certainly certain it is. Yeah.
Back on my motherfucking shit.
I got a lot of new drip. Yeah. Just take a look at my feet. Look at my feet. Yeah.
You ride on my wave like a ship.
I live my life like a movie. You live your life like a clip. Yeah.
I love that line. You live your life like a movie. I live my life like a. I live my life like a movie. You live your life like a clip. That's right. Rainy day in Cologne. Yes, it is. All right. How long have we been going? Okay, not so long. So yeah, we're making it through. That was definitely the most dance song. Like I didn't like listening through it. I really thought there was going to be a lot more hip hop, straight up kind of hip hop songs, rather than this really complicated concept album that we've got going on here. So, right, moving on. So we're at number 8. There are 13 songs, so we've got 5 songs left. Whew, I think we can do it, guys. I mean, it's okay. We're all just sitting here chilling out, right? So I'm also noticing that there's just a side conversation. So if there's something you really want me to notice, you're going to have to tag me with that bright orange thing that I can see. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk to the camera here. It gets, all right. So let's get up to the next lyrics, which is Real Thing. Start with this, and here we go. Oh, by the way, hello Travis, and hi HK, and Bruce, and Marcella Burf, and 1977, and everyone else who's joined since I started. So, hello to everyone.
Come on,
The reason that they never gon' cry, the reason that they never know why.
This is more to like a proper hip hop.
I just put up in a building. They don't fake it, I'm the motherfucking real thing.
It's that beat, which is very important to like current hip hop listeners.
Yeah, bitch, I'm back and I'm better. Okay, I just rap with no effort.
Just stretching it out.
On my exit, so I stay. I make sure they don't forget this. Ain't no way, yeah. I think about everything they said to me. Some shit they probably don't even remember, but they gon' remember me. I used to feel like there might be a plan for everyone except for me. I still don't know if there is, I still hope that one day they accepted me. Think I'ma need some help, wanting to see how I felt. I think I need faith, but how can I believe in God when I don't believe in myself? Yeah. I don't believe in myself, so I'll just keep to myself. If I get to the top, then I'm gonna reach it myself, and it's gonna be easy to tell. I see it myself. The reason that they never gon' come. The reason that they never know. I'm the only thing that's in my mind. I just put up in a building. They all faking, I'm the motherfucking real thing. They all hating, I'm the motherfucking real one. I used to think I was a fraud until I did something. Until I motherfucking. Last week I panicked, yeah. Knowing I got everybody to please, been driving me manic, yeah. I used to roast Fousey, nowadays I understand it. I wanna be the reason that they lead their feet up
YouTube
in
reference.
I need expansion. I took my dream in their hand and turned this shit straight to a cannon. Fuck it, that plan, and I never planned it. Out of this world and the whole of the planet, everything canned. And my career belong in Whole Foods. This shit is organic, bitch. I'm the real thing, no camera tricks. When I used to call, they ain't answer this. Now I'm really on the top of it, like I'm at the bottom, but you know I'm gonna make it through the damages. Yeah, I know that I sacrificed my time with friends and family. Thinking maybe when I get success and they all gonna stand with me. But this ain't a flip of a switch, it's all happening gradually. Maybe I'm selfish, I do it all so that they gon' be proud of me. Yeah, the reason that they never gon' come. The reason that they never know why. think I was a fraud until I did some. Until I motherfucking did it.
A few more seconds here where the music seems to last a little while. You hear the piano. Alright, so there we go. That was an interesting mix. The notes, I don't know what effect he was using, but walking past the Cologne Dome, there is someone there occasionally who plays steel drums, you know, as buskers do, and that almost reminded me of like a steel drums sort of sound that I hear when I'm sometimes out and about and near the tourist areas of Cologne. This next song features Dax. Dax, as you might know, kind of ended up having some little personal, not animosity, but there's some back and forth between Dax and Crypt and then some other, I don't know if Quadeca was one of them. I have to remember all the beefs and who was all involved. I think everything's settled down, but yeah, when Quadeca watched Crypt, so Crypt listened to this album as well and was like writing notes and sent them like reactions and stuff and sent them to Quadeca. But when he got to this song, Quadeca was watching and he just saw Dax was on it and he skipped it. So maybe there's still some bad feelings there. Don't know. So here we go with War featuring Dax.
These shoes are from Christian Dior.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a kid anymore. No, I'm not, bitch. Look at what I did to the store. What I
do know the song actually.
They don't make this anymore. They do not. They don't make shit like this anymore. They do not. If you gon' try that, this best be sure. Best be sure, huh? Cleaning up rappers, this shit a chore, huh? Sweet. Yeah. If you want war, then it's war, bitch. It's war, huh? You ain't a part of this, using my artifice. I put my heart in this. Look where I started. I ain't need to start a kid. I've been a starter since in kindergarten. And who are you harder than? You are not harder than me. I check my numbers, I'm harder to reach. I tell my pages, I'm harder to reach. Say you know me, but I find it hard to believe.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm not nice. Sorry. They like, he just came through with some Nike, but these shits is off-white. They all be bugging when I go up off of the top like I got lights. I turn this shit Freaky Friday, I'll make you think you in the wrong life. You in the wrong light, bitch. Media painted the wrong light. Hard to hide up in the spotlight. She do anything for me, I'm a Klondike, bitch. I live two lives and I'm online, offline, everything on the line. Fuck all the cloud, this is not by the dollar sign. Bottom line, that's just the bottom line. Put up, you sit saying nothing just like you forgot your lines. Hey, shoes up from Christian Dior, huh? Yeah, I'm not a kid anymore, huh? Yeah, look at what I did to the store. What I did.
Notice that he's got a lot more bars, faster bars in the song. I think Dax is going to come with some pretty fast bars, as well. Really lyrical, so.
If you want war, then it's war, bitch.
Niggas want beef, put it in the caption. Niggas want tweet, never about rapping. I was in the trap when they asked me what happened. I gripped on the text, saw the man and I blasted. What I said when he panicked, blood on my shirt, yeah, new fashion. Just bought a whip and I'm renting a mansion. The flex on a bitch and I pop with his handgun. One shot and you dead. HB, 2 pence, the last nigga, cause I always got lead. 2 free throws, 2 shots, 1 chest, 1 to your head.
He's got a great voice.
Down, man down, that's what I said. Who you know was a janitor, went and got rich, copped a whip, to pill up the lot.
Janitor
Who
line
you know
again.
be a thug will murder a nigga, then talk and move like Barack. Who you know got a jumper like Curry and dunk on a nigga like Shaq on a block. Who you know got a... You don't know nobody.
Yeah. Shoes up from Christian Dior, huh? Yeah, I'm not a kid anymore, huh? Yeah, look at what I did to the store. What I did. They don't make this anymore, huh? They do not. They don't make shit like this anymore. They do not. If you gon' try that, this best be sure, huh? Best be sure, huh? Cleaning up rappers, this shit a chore. Sweet, sweet. If you want war, then it's war, bitch.
Pew 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 pew, like Lego movie. All right. Yeah, actually, I didn't realize that I'd heard that song before I listened to the album. I didn't realize it was off of this album, and I have no idea when I heard it or what I was watching or why, but I had heard that song. It's weird when you hear something, you go, oh, actually, yeah, I do know that song, and not being able to remember how you know it, especially when it's only a couple weeks old. All right, yeah. So Dax. I do like his voice a lot, and lyrically, I would, you can count the the number of seconds and how many syllables there are in a second, but to me at least, this felt lyrically the densest, fastest, sort of flow consistently throughout that. So I think probably the influence of another artist, yeah, a little competition, he puts out his best bars. All right, so we've got next, Unusual. This one I also know. more of a dance song as well. A little bit more of a, got a beat to it. But here we go. And then we are in the double digits, by the way, guys. So 4 songs left.
Ain't nothing usual about me. Said ain't nothing usual. I live in a studio. I'm clocking in like I work in a cubicle. The kid is unusual. My bitch is unusual. Yeah, ain't nothing usual about me. Said ain't nothing usual. Ain't nothing usual about me. I put that on whoever down me. I'm going manic, she calling me fousey, but nothing delusional about me. Sometimes I talk about my music, they tell me that I need to cool it around me. But look at my numbers and look at your numbers, like why you refusing to count me? I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She never wanted to pick up on my line. I was too awkward, I acted like Einstein. Trying to put together the pieces of my mind. Too many hours on internet, fake on my intellect. I'm been making a universe of my time. I'm living life autopilot, cause I'm so fly and I'm not even trying. Ain't nothing changed but the cosmetics. Defense mechanism make them all jealous. If they ain't gonna listen to me, guess they gonna listen to the Margellas. I hope that when they listen, make it all better. But that's a big ask and some tall letters. When they needed them most, I know they gon' either go ghost and then switch up on their colors like the fall weather. Okay, back. See me in the back of the class when I rap. You be on a Snapchat chat, no filter like the water on the tap. I've been moving way too fast. I'm just trying to make it last, yeah. Trying to get my aiming back. Sorry that you came in last. Ain't nothing usual about me. Said ain't nothing usual. But can you blame me? I'm crazy. God already scheduled my funeral. The kid is unusual. My bitch is unusual. Yeah, ain't nothing usual about me.
I love how lightly he can move through his syllables.
Ain't nothing usual about me. Clear is the vision, explicit the mission. I am not Kim, but I did the impossible. Drive me to Addy, that's where I'ma hit. I got the sticks, I'm sending the blitz, just like a blender. Lee ass mix, ain't nothing usual. Design of my fit, I keep a 40 Glock Kung Fu kick. B-Lou a diamond, won't fall under pressure. Feel like Olympic, I'm winning the medal. Want me to fall, but a nigga won't let up. Everything usual, honey's my paper. You got the check, cause you gotta pay me. Run up the digits, add up the money. Bitch wanna love me, kick it like rugby. I got the hundreds, count them in public.
Yeah, stay true to myself. Saying we Gucci, better stay true to your belt. Fuck all that shit, never knew how I felt. Plaques all in gold, I got 2 on my shelf. Yeah, I'm 17. How you 45 trying to fuck in my mentions? Bank on so many comments, just looking like a run-on sentence. Yeah. Hey, that's some unusual shit. I miss designer with 2010 New Balance, that's an unusual fit. Cargo Quadeca, all caps on the place, like that's an unusual whip. Ain't nothing usual about me. I'm an unusual kid. Ain't nothing usual about me. Said ain't nothing usual. I live in a studio, I'm clocking in like I work in a cubicle. The kid is unusual. My bitch is unusual. Yeah, ain't nothing usual about me. Said ain't nothing usual. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, but there are times, especially when he goes fast and he has a lot of consonants and syllables densely arranged. It's not just him, like any rapper who can sort of like just almost like like fingers on a keyboard or something. The way that you can do, they fly across the keyboard. Sometimes you see people play. That's how it feels, but it's like what they're doing with what they say. It's just something very satisfying about it. It's like watching an acrobatics trick with your mouth. You're like ding 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 ding. I just, for some reason, I love that use of language. I just think it's so exciting to see it shaped like that because I'm a geek. We are now up to Rowboat, which is another interlude. I'm not quite sure what the role of interludes is entirely, like how they're different from other songs. They're meant to be transitional here, but okay, it's an interlude. We have 2 in the piece. Oh, not too many lyrics.
I never knew it was possible to be this alone. Invisibility cloak, I leave it at the door most of the time. Row both out and o'er, never seem to hit the shore.
Sparkling.
like I did almost every time. Across the sea of my mind.
Right, if you told me that that was on a hip-hop album, I would have been surprised. That doesn't seem, you know, what I was expecting and what I'm getting are really two very different things. And maybe because I'm sort of preset to be having some expectations, I don't quite know what to do with these songs when they come up, because they're not what I was expecting. But Mithril says this has Nick Drake's vulnerability. Yeah, I think it's you know, he's doing a lot of stuff. I see quite a number of influences that he's bringing to his music. So we are on now the second to last song, guys. We are on Eyes, and then These Days, and then we are done. So let's see what the song Eyes is like. I have to hit play. That usually helps.
I woke up and my eyes were sore. I gave you every last tear that I had. I don't think I can cry no more. All of this red on my eyes looking like I never gotten high before. This is not regular love. This shit is a mile more. For real. I think this is God's way of reminding me I need to smile more. I played you my song and we sobbed. This music beyond just a job. This music beyond getting up on my YouTube and dissing some pawn for applause. I got a responsibility that's bigger than bullshit and all for the mob. I'm trying to ball while I'm here so they don't have to ball when I'm gone. Life changed in a year, changed in a week, changed in a second. Same when they didn't hear, they didn't speak, they didn't question. Made my music in fear, made it and reframe my perspective. I hope that it's clear now that you're here. Came to my time. Let me let you know before I lose my mind. These days something must be on my side. If I lose, at least I'll tell them that I tried. That I tried. Okay. They say great things take time. I think time takes great things away though. Lost all of my idols that are falling like an angel. Who knows if they in the clouds with a halo? Who knows? I look up to names for help. But how can our idols save us if they can't even save themselves? I gotta behave myself. Gotta remember my start, no I will not betray myself. I've been afraid to tell, so alone so I just brace myself. I wanted love since the age of 12, even before I could lace myself. That's why when I know I lose all that I love, that it's easy to hate myself. It's my birthday, but I won't celebrate myself, cause time is gonna take myself. I'm on my pro club shit, I create myself, but I'm never gonna rate myself. Picture perfect, is it working? Vision blurring, missing verses, life really is a burden. Seeing my face on every sign, I'm a missing person. Whatever he gets, I woke up and my eyes were sore. I gave you every last tear that I had, I don't think I can cry no more. All of this red on my eyes looking like I never gotten high before. This is not regular love, this shit is a mile more. I think this is God's
great
way
production.
of reminding me of the time.
I know if you don't like the attitude.
Let me let you know before I lose my mind, These days something must be on my side. If I lose, at least I'll tell them that I tried, that I tried.
Again, another change. There's auto-tune for you. In some ways, it's hard for me to react because it's so lyrically dense. You know, when I get my mind around one of the lyrics, because I haven't hit pause, he's already onto something really, you know, else that's really interesting. So I'm glad I'm looking at the lyrics. If I was just listening, I would miss a lot. But certainly there are songs. This one is one I would probably want to go back and try to understand. It feels like you can't get it on the first read through. There's a lot more to it. So, all right, guys, we're coming to the end of our. What did I call this? I don't think it's like reviewing, because I'm not really a reviewer. Sitting through and listening. Voice Memos by Quadeca. So, gotta get the lyrics up. These Days is gonna be the last song on the album. We'll see if that promised twist at the end, or not twist, it wasn't a twist. Nobody promised a twist at the end of the album. But insight, perhaps, or a revelation that should bring it all, some parts of it, together.
When I first met you, you were still young and hot.
These days, nothing matters when I look into your face. Nothing in my past is a mistake. If you led me to this motherfucking place, yeah. These days,
It's really singing.
I've been feeling free. Drowning all the demons in my sea.
All right.
Never hits the shore.
Remember Rowboat?
I'm feeling free and now. They said it gets better, I see it now. Shit to my demons out. They talk about love, I believe it now. I was feeling lost so long, but so many days gone, too many to even count. They never told me how easy it was to feel beaten, went off of the beaten route. I thought that life was alone with ice to my bones and nothing I could try. I started rocking designer, but found out that it was not something I could buy. Too many
You hear him in the
hours I spent
background?
dwelling on the good
Just
times.
wailing?
While the clock's hands waving back at me like goodbye. Treat this like a eulogy. I ain't making rap songs. Yeah, I come fast, but this music gonna last long. I've been too concerned with what they writing on my new post. Gotta start to think about what they writing on my tombstone. I feel like the emperor. I went and copped some new clothes, but they seeing through me every second like a Hugh blow. Put that shit aside. I cannot live just for a replay. Ever since you came into my life, you helped me see straight.
All right.
Nothing matters when I look into your face. Nothing in my past is a mistake. If you led me to this motherfucking place, yeah. These days I've been feeling free. Drowned all the demons in my sea. Roll, never hits the shore. But I don't think I want to anymore.
Part 2.
I used to make love songs when I was alone, just to pretend to feel how I do now. Thank God I'm with you now. Thank God I'm with you now.
Oh, to be a teenager.
I just wanna make you proud. I just wanna make you proud. These days I may regret what I say, but never how I feel. I almost cry when I realize that everything was real.
See you guys.
When the brain can't articulate feelings in words, they just come out in tears.
Sorry, I lost
No
it.
matter what happens, I hope that you know I'll forever be here. I was wrong about my song.
Got it.
The man on my left shoulder.
You remember
'Cause
we
he's
heard
been
that?
gone ever since you called. So I'll admit it was not true. You're the reason I got through. I knew it was love when I knew I'd feel lost if I ever lost you. That's why when you believe in me, I can't describe what that means to me. You help me see what I can't see in me. Easily I need to be between your arms. Let's make this our secret song, but I can't keep a secret when I feel I need to scream it all. Can't even fall, I can't leave it all in the dust, because no matter what, I fear that it's never gonna be enough to repay for all of the trust and the days I crawled in the rough, guessing made for a better story, was making all of it up and then it came true. You help me hope when I'm faithless, out of scope when I'm aimless. Help me smile when I'm faceless. Help me feel when I'm numb. Help me hide when there's nowhere left to run. These days I may regret what I say, but never how I feel.
Very musical.
I almost cry when I realized that everything was real. When the brain can't articulate feelings in words, they just come out in tears. No matter what happens, I hope that you know I'll forever be here. I'll forever be here.
Almost to the end, guys. And there we have it. Voice memos by... I don't know what that is. Stop. Okay, I think it just randomly went to a song. Oh, it's just gonna start playing other music for like, oh, if your music stops, we'll just do this. Yeah, that was it. What? Oh God, go away. All of these annoying pop-ups while you're trying to do a live stream. Yes, and when people were talking about being teenagers. And yeah, I have to say, some of the lyrics like, oh yes, I remember being that age. That's a horrible, it's not a horrible thing to say, it's just such a cliche thing to say. But it is true. And also that first mistake a lot of people make, which is like, I'm really sad that I met you and now I'm happy because you're in my life. But if you rely on other people for your happiness, then if whatever happens, you never really have an emotional stability for yourself. So the first thing, well, not the first thing, but at some point in your life, be happy no matter who you're with, for yourself, in yourself. And then life becomes easier. Words of wisdom from the middle-aged woman coming to the end of this. So I don't know how many people stopped by. I saw a bunch of people in the chat, but thank you for experiencing voice memos all the way through for the first time with me. I hope that this has maybe exposed you to some music, not just exposed you to things, because that could be illegal in some places depending on what is being exposed, but to maybe music you otherwise would have heard. And I certainly did not expect the just different range of musical influences and styles. I knew, because I'd listened to Quadeca before, he pulls in from a lot. But that one song, I think it was it sounded almost like 1978 in its kind of groove beat. I was like, your parents were probably not even born at that point, or they were children. How are you pulling out these musical influences? And then I remember that he is drawing on an incredibly deep, rich hip-hop history that is preserving and carrying on that 1970s sort of, music, and that was the sound of hip-hop when it first started, and the influences that they were bringing all the way through the 21st century. So hearing like echoes of, old hip-hop through his songs is actually makes me feel slightly old, but also mostly just like, I think is really cool. Right. So people are saying, someone said thanks. You liked about 4 of them? That's good. And yeah, I mean, he's 18. I'm sure some of the stuff he's going to look back and go, oh, as we all did to stuff that we were in 18. But if this is the foundation, like if he's starting here in terms of his ability and his expectation for himself, and also the vastness of musical options that he can draw on, I think just keep your eye on him, really. Alright guys, I don't have anything else left to say. We were just going to listen to some music together. So I'm off to have a nice rest of the evening. Thank you so much for stopping by. I will be on Kevin's channel tomorrow night. We're going to do a happy hour. We have too much content. As always in these days, there's just too much news to keep up with. So, oh, someone's got a recommendation from the chat. Mithril Hunt says, strongly recommend Can We Say Fly Between the Roses. Maybe not your usual, but it's good. Okay. So that's from Mithril. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow night over on Kevin's channel. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of the live stream. And until next time, guys, I've been Christy. People in the chat that I'm pointing at, you can't see because it's out of frame. The chat have been awesome. People watching in the future have been, you are also awesome. And we'll see each other in a little while.